Hello, you're going to create a book called Me on the Map. Your first step is to write your name on your book. Remember, we always write in pencil. So I'm going to write Mrs. Dieterman. And I'm actually going to write Mrs. D because I don't have enough room for Dieterman. Alright, this is a book all about you and maps and where you live. The first page says, this is me. My name is. So you fill in your name on this page. Well, my first name is Whitney, so I'm going to write Whitney. Remember, pause the video as you work on each page. Whitney, I'm doing my very best writing. And then in this box, you're going to get to draw a picture of yourself. Pause the video while you draw your picture. If you're doing your very best work, you won't finish this book in one day. It might take you a couple days to do it. This is my home. In the box, you're going to draw a picture of your house. Maybe you live in a house with your family, or you live in an apartment building. Whatever your house looks like, that's what you're going to draw. Alright, this is a map of your city. It says, my neighborhood map. This is my city. I live in. Now, most of you live in Bloomington, so I'm going to write that word, Bloomington. You're going to have to pause the video so you make sure that you spell Bloomington right. Now, I'm running out of room, but you won't on your paper. This is my city. I live in Bloomington. If you live in a different city, you might have to ask your teacher for help with that word. This is my favorite page because you get to draw a map of your neighborhood. So I'm going to start off by drawing my house. I'm going to put my house right here. And then in front of my house, there's a street right here. And I live on the corner, so I'm going to draw an intersection. And down this road, there's some really fun things. Right here, there's a church, so I'm going to draw a building for a church. And I'm going to put a C, that stands for church. I'm going to put a star in my house right here to show you that that's my house. Now this part is the really fun part. There's a park over here. So I'm going to draw some trees. There's a playground over here, so I'm going to draw a slide. Now it's hard for me to draw on the iPad, but I know your map will be your very best work. There's a slide that Vivian loves to go down. Now on the rest of my map, there's some houses over here, so I'm going to draw some houses. And there's another house. And right here, there's even another house. Now maybe in your neighborhood you have some stores, or you have some parks, maybe you have some restaurants, so you're going to draw that in your map, okay? Make sure you do your very best work. When you draw your map, I'd like you to use pencil to draw the roads and the buildings, but then you can color it in with crayon. I can't wait to see what your neighborhood looks like. This is my state. I live in Minnesota. In the map of Minnesota, I would like you to draw some things that you love to do in Minnesota. Maybe you like to go to the park, maybe you like going swimming in the lakes, maybe you like playing baseball or soccer or going to the Mall of America. Draw pictures of what you like to do inside the map. This is my country. I live in the United States. On this map, I would like you to find Minnesota and color it blue. I'll give you a hint. Minnesota is right here. Okay, so color Minnesota blue. You can choose whatever color you'd like to color the rest of the states, but make sure Minnesota is the only blue state. This is my world. I live on Earth. A lot of times when we look at maps or globes, the land is green and the water is blue. So I want you to color the land green and the water blue. I'm going to show you. this is all water. Now you, of course, need to do your very best coloring, but I just want to show you quickly. This is all water. Okay? I know I won't see any of my first grade friends scribbling like I'm doing. And then you need to color the land green. So this is the land. The shapes, that's the land. This is land. And again, I'm scribbling, but you're going to do your very best work. Okay? Take your time to make it look really great. All right, once you finish your book, you're going to make a slideshow or a video out of it and upload it to Seesaw. If you're in Mrs. Dieterman's class, you're going to use Shadow Puppet EDU to take a picture of each of your pages and then upload the video to Seesaw. Make sure you record yourself reading your book. You might have to practice a few times beforehand. If you're in another first grade, you're going to have to ask your teacher how they want you to share your book. Maybe they want you to use Google Slides or explain everything. You'll have to ask them to see what they want. I can't wait to hear your books.